You know, it feels like we're living through a new kind of gold rush. But this time, the treasure isn't buried in the ground. It's artificial intelligence. This AI boom is literally creating fortunes overnight, and it's reshaping our world at a speed that's hard to keep up with. So the big question is, who's really winning? Who is cashing in on this massive technological revolution?
I mean, there's no doubt about it. AI is generating an absolutely staggering amount of wealth, truly record-breaking stuff. But the question we're really digging into today is, for who? Where is all that money actually going? Is this a tide that's going to lift all boats, or is it creating a brand new, very separate class of winners and losers?
So, to get our heads around this, we first need to look at what's causing this widening gap. And to do that, we got to be crystal clear on two key ideas that are pretty much driving everything.
First up, the AI boom. And listen, this isn't just some trendy buzzword you hear online. We're talking about an unprecedented explosion in AI technology that all of us are watching happen in real time. Think of it as the engine behind this entire economic earthquake. And then, on the other side of the coin, you have the global wealth divide. This is that long-standing, pretty persistent financial gap between the world's rich and poor. Now, this divide isn't new, but as we're about to see, AI is basically pouring gasoline on the fire. And right here, this is the crucial point. The AI boom isn't just happening at the same time as the wealth divide, it's actively making it worse. This technology is concentrating immense amounts of wealth into the hands of a very, very small group of people, companies, and even entire countries, which leaves a lot of others falling further and further behind.
Okay, so how does this actually work? How does all this wealth get so concentrated? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a pretty predictable chain reaction that AI kicks off. Let's break it down step by step.
So here's how the cycle typically plays out. A company brings in an AI system to handle routine tasks. Because the AI is faster and frankly cheaper, they can let go of workers, everybody from entry-level folks to middle managers. With fewer salaries to pay, profits shoot up. That gets investors excited, so the company's stock price climbs, and the shareholders, who are often already wealthy, get even richer. Meanwhile, the people who lost their jobs lose their financial stability. It's pretty much a direct transfer of wealth from labor to capital.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem on a human level. AI is fantastic at automating those predictable, routine tasks. The thing is, those have always been the foundation of entry-level jobs. You know, that very first rung on the career ladder for young people or workers with fewer skills. By taking away that rung, AI is limiting their chances to earn a living and gain valuable experience.
All right, so all of this is leading to what you could call a great sorting in our economy. It's creating two very, very different paths. Let's take a look at who's getting on the fast track and who's getting left in the dust.
We're really seeing two completely different realities emerge. If you're someone who can build, manage, or even just work alongside AI, your skills are in super high demand. That means higher wages, more job opportunities. But if your job is made up of routine skills that an AI can learn to do, you're facing the exact opposite. Wages that don't go up, job cuts, and this feeling that your expertise is becoming, well, obsolete.
And the scale of this disruption is just staggering. Some projections show that AI is expected to impact or even completely eliminate up to 60% of jobs in advanced economies. Let that sink in. This isn't some minor shift. It's a fundamental rewiring of the entire job market.
But on the flip side, there is a massive incentive to adapt. Employers are actually willing to pay a premium. We're talking up to 15% more for workers who have those advanced AI and digital skills. This growing wage gap is acting like a powerful magnet, just pulling the workforce in two completely opposite directions.
So, what determines if you win or lose in this new economy? Well, it really seems to boil down to these 5 key things. Do you own financial assets, like tech stocks? What are your skill levels? Are they technical or routine? What about your age? Are you a young person just trying to start a career? And where do you live? Is it in a country that's inventing AI or one that's just renting it? And finally, are you a massive corporation with tons of data and cash, or a small business just trying to compete? Each one of these plays a huge role.
Now, this whole situation isn't just about individual paychecks. This widening gap creates a massive ripple effect, and it poses some really serious risks for all of society.
And these risks are pretty profound. When a society becomes too unequal, it can lead to social tension, anger, and unrest. When we concentrate so much investment into just a handful of giant AI companies, we create a fragile, too-big-to-fail scenario, risking market crashes that could hurt everyone's retirement savings.
We also risk creating lost generations of young people who just can't get their careers off the ground. And let's not forget the environmental and economic cost. AI's massive thirst for electricity could drive up energy prices for every single one of us.
The good news is, these growing risks are not going unnoticed. Major global organizations are starting to sound the alarm, and they're urging governments to step in and do something. The calls are for stronger labor laws to protect workers, and for massive investments in new training programs to help people adapt to this new world.
Which really brings us to our final thought here. At the end of the day, AI is a tool. A ridiculously powerful tool, sure, but it doesn't have its own goals or intentions. We are the ones who decide how it's used. We decide who benefits from it and who is protected from its downsides. So the real question isn't, what will AI do to us? It's, what will we choose to do with it?